Mm. Left the wheel cleaning solution somewhere else. Rookie error. Oh, that stuff is. Talking to myself, but that's okay. Good morning to the two of you that are here. I think it's two. No, zero. Oh, wow, I wish I could hide that. No, carry on. You can see this is an ad for my flower. And I keep my mouth closed, but there's no one here to tell me what I want. Fine, good stuff. Everyone's out relaxing. Well, you might be relaxing. There's three of you here with me. Hello, everyone. This car's normally with me every single Friday. Today, Saturday, of course. I didn't want the car done yesterday. I've already done the inside, which I rarely ever do that live. I don't know why. I say to myself, it's just not that nice viewing pleasure for you guys, so I don't do it. Maybe I could. Right. I'm not doing a deep clean of these wheels, but I am doing relatively good cleanup. But if anyone wants to talk products, if you want to talk detailing, just want to have a chit chat, this is exactly what I'm here for. So please go ahead, let's have a chat. If you just want to watch, no problem at all. No one's chatting, that's okay. All right, that wheel is already done. Go. Come on, pressure washer, you can do it. There we go. So I'm not using a fallout remover on there today. I do that about once a month on this car. It's just unnecessary. The wheels are completely flat. What you can't see is on the inside of the wheels, they are peeling, shall we say. You can see there's scratches here. These scratches have been touched in. So they're not perfect. They're gloss black wheels. They're never going to be perfect, even when they're brand new. Seven of you here. Hello, seven of you. Just going to move on to the next wheel. I'm going to grab my things and come straight back here. But if anyone's got any questions about detail, you've got something with your own car that you need a bit of help with, the products that I use, any of the machines, let me know. I'm not just a car wash. I do detail cars and properly, shall we say. There is an Aston Martin here that's been ready for I don't even know how long. And I'm genuinely thinking about charging the guy rent because I think that car must have been here for 2 weeks. And who leaves an Aston Martin behind for 2 weeks after they've had it washed? I know that I wouldn't, but there you go. The guy's also got another Aston Martin and a Bentley convertible. Yeah, lots of other stuff. But the car that you see him in, he is a beat up, don't even know what car. You rarely ever see him actually drive one of his nice cars. Perhaps that's a sign of wealth. I don't know. I want to go on with the wheel clean first this time. It's for sale as well, actually. I don't know why he wants me to prep the car, only to then not try and sell it. That's what it was here for, to make it look nice for sale. I can see 2 likes that have come through, so thank you for those. A lovely start to the day. If anyone's curious about the products I'm using or the ones that you've got and would they work, more than happy to help. No problem at all. I just like being here because it gives me a little bit something extra to do. Otherwise, all I do is listen to Spotify all day long. Oh, which isn't a bad thing, but I've been listening to the same playlist for God knows how long. So yeah, coming and having a chat with you guys, if any of you want to have a chat, is fantastic. What do you use to clean the rims? Today I'm using. The thing is, you're based on your name. You're an American. You won't have that this particular product there. But this is a wheel cleaner by Joule, and to be honest with you, it's 10% products. The rest of it is just water. If you want to deep clean the wheels, use an iron fallout remover, and that'll give you some really good results. Use a tire brush. You probably need to buy one tire brush in your whole life because these things are just solid. They do not give up. So yeah, only spend a few dollars on one of those. I've got a Detail Factory wheel brush. This is really soft, and it's perfectly fine to use that brush on there. So depending on the wheels will depend on the product. So if I've got something in, let's say some of the faster cars or the more exotic cars, whatever way you want to look at it, they have carbon ceramic brakes. So if you've got one of those, if you're lucky enough to have that, you definitely don't need a fallout remover. So it just depends on the car and am I doing a deep clean or like a weekly wash type thing. No problem, Buzzfield, no problem. Willow Evans, thank you very much. I appreciate that. So what I normally do is I go live on different platforms, and you never know how many people are going to be here. But I tried yesterday on Facebook. I've got 19,000 followers on there, and you get that many people watching, even with 19,000 followers. No one talking. At least we've got some people talking here, which is nice. Um, Sometimes go live on TikTok, and I've had up to 1,500 people watching me there. So to be honest with you, I'm trying to see what I can do on YouTube because I've just got a feeling it might be better. So here I am giving it a go. Relatively small following on here, but this is my main focus. I've got nearly 16,000 followers on TikTok. So it's going to be the place for me for a little while. It's just me telling you a lot of rubbish information you might not want, but there you go. That's because the platforms push what they see fit, more or less, I believe. Do you know, I think you're right on that one. I think you're right. I can have one. I'm on Instagram as well. And of course, Instagram and Facebook are, let's just face it, the same company with two different names. They're all owned by Meta. I can have a video on one go absolutely viral, and on the other one, nothing. The same video. Essentially, probably the same people watching it. So that I don't understand. But it's also at the point where I do two posts a day as well. So I don't bother looking at likes. don't bother looking at views. It's just too much. But yeah, it's funny how that works. Really have no idea um, why they do such funny things. Right, I'm going to move around to the other side. Uh, so one sec. I'm going to come back to you. I'm just moving it. Oh, moving everything to the other side. Let's see here. How much do you earn weekly profit from this business? Uh, Harry, come on. I'm English. We don't talk about stuff like that. And the thing is, you can have a week where you earn 500 quid or 1500 quid. You can't really look at it on a weekly thing. I had a client cancel me this week, cost me £650. What can you do? You don't want any of it. Now I'm going to have to think back a couple of minutes and think what you're responding to, Gary. You don't want any of it. You don't want any of it. Can't remember. Sorry, Gary. Nutshell. Hello, Nutshell. What a proper gent. I don't know what I did to deserve that, but thank you. I tried to be a gent. I think that was for me. Tagging you. There's unwritten rules. Let's have a look here. Um, Tagging in your video titles. What? Yeah. Oh, that's what I was trying to say. Sorry, but it's got to the point where I don't bother trying to work out the algorithm. I make what I personally think is a good video, and if people like it, great. If they don't, I'll evolve it and I'll change it. Um, so at the start, I was looking, thinking, why am I only getting 300 views? And I carried on seeing these videos of people saying, well, that's because your content is no good. And do you know what? It was true. My content wasn't good at the start, but we've got to try and learn these things. Harry, no, that's no problem. That's no problem. But put it this way, I've said it to a few people before in here because I get asked regularly. Before this, I used to be an employee benefits consultant, which is in the insurance world. And I used to advise some blue chip companies on their employee benefits. There were some seven-figure renewals for single insurance policies and dealing with some senior people, should we say. That used to pay me a hell of a lot more than this did. But this is better for my soul. No one cares about insurance. Um, I'm pretty good, thank you. If put a name here. It kind of makes no sense, that question. Has anyone seen the cars that Tesla are releasing? Came out the other day, they did something about it. I don't even know if you can call them cars anymore because you don't actually drive them. Really weird. I've been saying for years that my nieces are only 4 and 6 years old, will not have to have a driving license. And I think I'm going to be right. I love to clean stuff with a brush. It just makes a good noise when you clean it. No, it definitely does. Definitely does. ASMR wheel cleaning. Buzzfield, if you like those videos of ASMR wheel cleaning, I've got loads of them. I'm kind of known for ASMR wheel cleaning videos. Gary, the moderator right here, will tell you. Your son. Gary, I can read that. I know I can read it here, but I can't do that. I can't do it. So yeah, ASMR. Do you want me to do an ASMR wheel cleaning video? So thank you, Budsville. I appreciate that a hell of a lot. I can do an ASMR wheel clean video now. I'll just keep my mouth shut for this wheel. Do we want that? If I can get a couple of people just doing a thumbs up, then I'll go for it. Uh, the bus had a small people pushing it. Oh, did it really? Well, company's cheap. Right, we've got one thumbs up. No, thank you. What are the videos? I've got lots and lots of videos on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, TikTok. Right, Gary is a moderator. And, thank you, Mohammed. It's not mine. I'm just cleaning it for a client. But Gary wants a ASMR wheel cleaning live. So I'm going to do this wheel keep my mouth shut for a minute. Um, can someone tell you it? We can tell you anything you like, but if you look for at PFG Detailing on any one of the platforms, you'll find me. Uh, all under the same name. Yeah, thank you. Thank you very much for all the subs. I appreciate it. Right. ASMR live will cleaning coming in. I don't know if you can hear the noise of this machine because the Apple AirPods get rid of the noise. So I don't know if that ASMR works or not, to be honest with you. Right, the tyre shine that I put on there the other week looks like, even with the chemicals, it's still holding up. So that's a good thing because it was one that I wasn't particularly keen on using at one point. We can't hear the scrub. Here's some water. Oh, that's a shame. Thank you. Yes, I am based in Romford in Essex. It's nice seeing the vehicle get clean. Yeah, I love it. I definitely love it. Right, I'm going to move all of my things down to the other wheel. Then after that, I'm going to snow foam the car and let that rest for a while. And I'll have a chat with you guys while the snow foam's on there. Then I'm going to pressure wash it off. Then I'm going to wash the car. And the chances are I'm not going to dry the car. So for those of you that have never watched me before, the water that I use is filtered so it can't leave water spots, which is why I regularly don't dry the car. It didn't, the earbuds muted all the noise. Oh, you're kidding. Noise cancellation technology. Oh, God. I'm sorry about that. I really did try then. That must have been weird watching me clean the car and no sound whatsoever. But I've got loads of, in fact, I'm going to change it. I'll tell you what I'm going to do just for you guys. Where is it? Is that, no, that's my car key. Bear with me a second. I want to take the AirPods off. How about that? Let's see if that works. This is all for you guys. It's not an SV. I don't know what one it is, to be honest with you. Where am I going to put these? I have to put them here. So I've got something in my pockets keeping me warm. These are hand warmers. And I don't want to cook. I don't want to cook my AirPods. Right. So tell me if you can hear this then. I know that I've got no chemicals on there. Where is the brush? Can you hear this? Can you hear it? Hey Steve, how you doing? Good to see you. You can hear it, right? Okay. Now we'll do another ASMR live wheel cleaning. Let's try this again. There we go. You can hear it. Cool. We can now. All right. Now it's time for me to keep my mouth shut and do this. Okay. I'll do a deeper clean on this one as well, so it'll take me a little bit longer. Let me get everything prepped. Okay, did we do it? Was that the ASMR working okay? Right, so what I'm going to do now is, I wonder if I need to keep the AirPods in or not, because in fact I will need to, unless you actually want to hear the noise of all of the machines, which I know I don't. But this is about what you guys want. But there'll be a trade-off. And the trade-off will be, if I don't have my AirPods in, I can't talk to you at the same time. So that'll be a little bit unusual for me. Right, what I'm going to do is get some snow foam on this car. So, go leave you there. Gary will tell me straight if he doesn't like it. I need to go and see Gary. Right, okay. Gone back to an old school favourite on my snow foam here. So hopefully you can see everything. I'm going to start on that side of the car and come round. I don't know what that is, that little emoji, but thank you. I think, well, thank you for being here. Thank you for everyone writing this. Do you like the snow foam? Smash that like, guys, thank you. It's a happy face. It looks like a face that's crying. Thank you for the person that said it's a nice car. It is not my car. It's a client's car, but yeah, it is a nice one. Built Hamber snow foam. Got some left, so why not use it? Got quite a few different ones. You're from the Netherlands? Budsville, you're a gentleman, so thank you for saying that. Right, if you watch down here, just here, you'll see the step come out, which is why I open the doors. There you go. Shut the door. It should go back in, but this car's a little bit temperamental. It's going to go. There we go. We need to clean this up. Right, I've got a little bit left, so I'm going to go again. Can I take the Aston out for a ride this afternoon? You can take it for a ride every afternoon if you buy it. Right, so do we prefer the sound without the AirPods or with the AirPods? So it looks like we've got a few of you from all around the world. We've got someone from Essex, besides me. We have America, we've got Netherlands. So where are the rest of you from? Where are you watching me from? Right, okay. What I'm going to do is get a little bit of water on here, and I'm just going to quickly go over what I call the window sills. So this is the Aston that Gary wants to take out, and it's been there for, I don't know, Gary, how long has it been there? A couple of weeks? Netherlands, Holland, Chelmsford, it's Jot. Chelmsford, I'm only in Havering Atte Bower, so Chelmsford, what are you, 30 minutes away? So that is a small world, being from Chelmsford. Down the road is Worcestershire. Ooh, I don't know if I've ever been there before. All right, so we've got people from all around. Nothing exotic yet, though. Well, maybe Worcestershire. Can you Netherlands? I'm not sure what that question is. Sorry, about a half hour, not too far at all. Q8. Wow. Okay. This is a long distance phone call then, isn't it? Q8. I've never been there before. I did hear someone told me a story about Q8 the other day. Not a bad thing, just about a kid that got in trouble from Q8. And when this kid got in trouble, because it was wealthy parents, the parents sent this little girl to Switzerland to do ski lessons. Like that was her punishment, allegedly. If I was to tell you what this couple said she did to get in trouble, I'm not sure you would believe me. Right, so I like to try and get rid of what little dirt there might be in those windows. Just prevents that build-up of, that green that sometimes gets in there. So I'll just do this, maybe pop that. There's actually next to no dirt in there whatsoever. Now I don't always use these on the paint because they can scratch. When I tell you I've got lots of different brushes, there's loads of different brushes. Another brush, whole bunch of brushes in there that were cleaning the wheels, lots and lots of them. Right, okay, so can you see the car? Yes, you can. Is that a good view though? I'm not sure. There we go, I think that might be better. I'm gonna pressure wash the car, get rid of that snow foam, then I need to wash the car manually. Okay, here goes. Now, is that noise annoying? Because I've got a feeling it can become annoying. So I am going to put these back in. Looks like I need a new roof. I need a whole new unit, to be honest with you. It's not the best unit, but it does me. The live is very stable, so my theory about the other platform is probably right. Your theory about the other platform probably is right, Gary. Yeah, it's got to be them. Can I get mod? Nutshell. It's a greenhouse. Gary Buster is a mod. Put it this way: when it gets busy enough, and I've got enough comments that need filtering, then there will be another mod. But I know Gary quite well. He's been a moderator of mine for a while now. At the minute, he doesn't have his work cut out for him, but he has in the past. So this is an excellent live with 100 people because I've only been live, I don't know, 6 or 7 times I'm here. On another platform, in the past 2 months, I think we had up to 1,200 people, and then Gary must have been like, "How do you keep on top of this?" Yeah, how he does it, I don't know. All I'm saying is, at the minute, thank you, but I just don't need another one because Gary's got full control. In fact, sometimes when I'm not sure what to do on a live or what platforms, I'll message Gary and say, "Where do I need to be?" I subbed and like. Thank you very much, Nutshell. I sincerely do appreciate it. Yeah, this is the platform that I'm looking to grow at the minute. I've grown the other platforms, and this one's lagged behind because I haven't put enough effort into it. So here I am giving it a go. Right. But you remember I put the snow foam on here, and with these you get loads of mud stuff in there. So testing off those off. So I'm not worried about getting all of the snow foam off the car, just making sure that the actual water, the pressure of the water, gets rid of most of the dirt. Because shortly I'm going to put some more snow foam on the car. I just went to sleep. It's easy. All right, okay. Well, that's one way of doing it, Gary. What country are you from? I'm from England. Yeah. So if I could show you the dirt coming off, then I would, but I don't think it's going to be that satisfying. But for any of you that don't use snow foams, it does make a difference. It's not just for likes and shares and follows and aesthetics. Yeah, all that kind of stuff. It does actually work. What it does is it basically makes the dirt not want to stick on the panels. The same way as if you're cleaning at home and you've got something greasy, if you spray something on there like a degreaser, it's going to get rid of it. Well, basically, this is a massive degreaser. Makes cleaning a car much, much easier. More than if you were to just put the pressure washer onto the car and it's done. Let's move around again. So, how many people have got there? 100 people, which is significant. So, thank you for spending this Saturday with me. Every single last one of you. If you haven't already subscribed, I don't know how you click the subscribe button on here. I've never seen a live on YouTube, to be honest with you. I've tried, but all I got was news channels. But a subscription would be nice. A like would be great. And if you like ASMR style videos of cleaning cars, I've got a shed load of them. I post twice a day. So I'm trying hard on here, trying to build this little community, which I've done elsewhere. I'm trying to do it here too. Nice number plates. Yeah, that one's from Best Merch. That one on the back there. So yeah, that is quite nice. Well, I haven't spoken to Best Merch that much lately. I've got one from Best Merch on the back, and I've got the other one from the number plate clinic on the front. This car is desperate to be machine polished, ceramic coated, basically everything. But the last one that I did for this couple, the car was stolen about, well, 6 weeks after I did it. So I don't think they're going to bother having that kind of work done anymore. But there's kind of no protection on this car. And the one that I want to use is a bit of a nightmare to use with the water setup that I've got. So I won't be doing it. Well, not today anyway. So if anyone's got any questions about detailing cars or products, or you just want to come and have a chit chat, drop a comment. I'd love to get to know more of you. The only thing I remember putting onto this car, like a decent coating that is on the windscreen. So that's still doing pretty well, considering actually I probably put it on there a long time ago, actually. But otherwise, the car doesn't have any major protection on it, which is a bit of a shame. Right, for those of you wondering, it's a P400E autobiography. It's a hybrid, which I never expected when I first saw this car. But there's a little flap here where you actually plug the car in. So never knew that about Range Rover. Gary, if you haven't already seen it, that pressure washer thing that goes into here and splits into four, uh, waste of time. Absolute waste of time. Don't bother. If you know the piece of equipment that I actually mean, I've got it right here, but yeah, you won't really be seeing me use it. Right, this is the slow fun that I was alluding to earlier. Don't mind, I'm just going to do the other side of the car, and I'll be back with you any second. Yeah, these slow phones, they do work. They do help you clean. They're not just for show. We're trying to get rid of the last little bit. There we go. Just trying to rinse this out, that's all. Okay, I'm going to froth up the two buckets that I've got because I use something called a two bucket wash method. For those of you that know your detailing, let me bring you over here. I'm going to have to reach that roof in a second. Know what one? You can't hear me. Is that right, Gary? Gary's the only one that I want to trust on this one. Gary, can you hear me okay? Pretty sure he can. We hear. No, I thought so. Fix audio. Yeah, I've got a feeling you're trying to wind me up there. So I'm on to you. I'm on to you. I've done this for long enough now to know when I'm being teased. But nice try. Unoriginal. Unoriginal, but nice try. April Fools, my bad. Yeah. Look, I like it when people do that. I think it's funny. And you know what? In the past, people have actually properly caught me out. And it's funny. They get me to say funny things, not do funny things. So yeah, it happens. It's funny. I encourage it. I'm not one of these that's going to get upset by it. Put it that way. The only times I've been peed off about it is when someone tries to get me to say something just plain nasty or racist. That's happened quite a few times, and I've got no time for it. Especially as when you're live, I'm sure there's algorithms that keep an eye on you, and if you say something just plain nasty, well, it's not good for business, is it? So that's the only time. It glitches every now and again. I'm fixing up the house while I'm listening. Oh, what's going on at indoors? It's glitching. Um, what do I do, Gary? What do I do? Because you're right next to the router, so it's not going to get any better. I think what doesn't help, Gary, well, I don't know if this helps or not, but every time I come into work, I reboot everything. So I switch it off, switch it back on. And I don't know if that's a good or a bad idea, to be honest with you. Maybe it'd be better if I just switch it on, leave it, stick the sorry, for those of you that don't know, my Wi-Fi is supplied by Starlink, which is information that you didn't know before. So Starlink is a little bit unusual compared to other forms of Wi-Fi. I haven't forgotten to wash this out, by the way, just because I'm focusing mainly on the glass. Do you ever clean wheel arches with a screwdriver? No, but I know a woman that has. Respect your work. It's really nice. It does take a lot of effort and dedication. I've tried cleaning my home vehicle. It's not easy. Oh, thank you. Is it Cisco or Chisco? Depends what part of the world you're in, but no, thank you. It's quite satisfying work, to be honest with you. It's either this or I'd be at home just watching a load of old rubbish on TV. I'd rather be here working. And for those of you that don't know me, if I could work 7 days a week, I would. Sometimes I do. In fact, I am back in tomorrow. Someone, believe it or not, is dropping off a small boat. So that's what I'm going to be doing on Monday. I've just got to decide where I am going to go live with a boat. It's about 8 foot by 3 foot, he said, and it's electric. So I'm as interested as you are to see exactly what's going to happen with this boat. Uh, uh, if you little clip on my, I need to try it, Gary. I definitely need to, and I know what you're getting at. I understand. I've got you. Wonder how. Oh look, all I'd have to. Oh, sorry, I'm just thinking out loud here. So I can have my earphones in. Don't pair them with the phone, and then don't fall off, Jay. And then the microphones would work. Okay, we have a game plan. You put this somewhere else. You know, put this. I don't know. Time to watch this one out. How do you keep motivated? Do you know? It's the easiest thing because I don't work for anyone. I love what I do, and I genuinely enjoy it. So I look forward to coming to work. It's I don't have to try to keep motivated. I guess I'm very lucky in that respect. I was working for someone else doing this, then I don't know, would I lack the motivation? I don't know. To be honest with you, with this, I wouldn't work for someone else doing this. I'd rather go back to doing something else if I was going to go and get a job, but I'm not sure that I could work for someone else anymore. Just do what you love. Yeah, absolutely. What it is, if you it took me a long time to actually fully understand this. When you do something that you enjoy, it's like retirement. If there's money in it, great. If there isn't, life's a bitch. Right, I'll flip this around, so I'm using the other side. Thank you very much for that. I appreciate it. Thank you. So no, I just like having a chit chat with all of you guys. Maybe giving out some hints and tips, talking about different products. Sometimes I test different products on here, and I like to do it live because then there's no camera trickery, which is quite nice. It's all too easy to trick someone, trick people, and I'm sure it happens out there. But when I test a product live, there's no way I'm fudging any of the results. And it's happened before where products don't work, and I've called it live. That was on TikTok a couple of months ago. There was about 250 people tested a product, did not like it. Fixed it now, but I didn't like it at the time. So we just got to call these things. Right, I keep washing this out and going again. So that's what I'm doing here. I've got the two buckets here. So I wash in that one, fresh water in that one, and then I carry on going around with the car. This is really, I've never saw anyone diesel car. Well, I do lots and lots of lives, as in I genuinely enjoy them. If I haven't got the time, then a bit of a pain in the tush. But I really do like doing this, and I'm happy to talk about the products that I use. I'm not here to hide anything. So a lot of on one of the other platforms, a lot of the detailers come on there and they join, and it's good having a chat with them as well. And we have a little chit chat about what works for me, what works for them, people that aren't detailers or just people that need a little bit of help and advice. We give them as much advice as possible. So it's a great community there. There's some people that just pop in because they like the community that we've built up. And the number of people that have said, we don't actually care about cleaning cars. We just like coming in here and having a chat. And there's quite a few people that you're not going to see me for a second. But there's quite a lot of people that then send me private messages afterwards, and they've actually thanked me for even doing these lives purely because they're at home, they're unwell, some of them long term. But by me going live, it enables them to talk to me and other people, and they've got some friends from it as well. So that can only be a good thing, right? Anyway, I'm going on here. It's a Range Rover. It sure is a Range Rover P400E, I think it is. Autobiography. I only know that because I looked a few minutes ago. But was wondering, please don't be sorry for the comments. I encourage the comments, as many as you want. More than happy with them. Put it this way: without the comments and people watching, I wouldn't be here. It'd be kind of pointless me being here. So I encourage it as many as you want. But I was wondering what type of detail you're going to do: exterior, interior, any paint correction. This one, no. This is a maintenance wash on this one. This one comes in every week. So this one is relatively simple. I have done paint correction quite often on cars, on live events. I've done some ceramic coatings on the paint and the glass. So I've done quite a bit. Interior detailing. Yeah, I've done quite a bit. But this one, this comes in every week. So there's not a lot to show you on this one. Is it Cisco or Chisco? I'm not sure. Depends on where you're from in the world. But this one's not too in depth, but it will be coming up at some point. Last night I quoted on a Volvo XC90 2002 black for paint correction and ceramic coatings on the glass and the paint. So this coat, all right, cool. So yeah, that one, that guy's been into me before, so I should imagine he'll be coming into me again with that one. Do you try polished products like Check Tech? I don't know that one. Crazy about these. I've never heard of that brand before, I'm afraid. Rabbit Official, good question. Inside, if there would be scratches on a piano black, how would you treat it? Piano black, this kind of black here, to be honest with you, it's a nightmare. So what you can do is you can machine polish it. And I mean, you get a small machine, like a 1 inch or a 2 inch pad, and you can machine polish those scratches out. As long as they're relatively light scratches. If they're deep, then I'm afraid there's kind of nothing you can do about it. However, once you've fixed those piano black scratches, I absolutely guarantee you they will come back because those piano black finishes are just so soft. They look wonderful, but they're just so easy to scratch. So what I'm getting to is if you can get a professional to do it for you and then cover it with something called paint protection film, that's the only way you can make it look good and never get those scratches back again. But that is the only way. What to avoid when washing an engine bay? The alternator. I cover the alternator with a plastic bag. What I do is on older cars, you've got to be careful. Sometimes on old cars, if it's a classic, etc., then talk to the owners and say, look, is there anything under there that shouldn't come off? It could be writing, it could be a sticker that they don't want to come off because it's been there for 70 years. Trust me, I've been there. But definitely cover the alternator. If you've got a car with spark plugs that are exposed, if it's, I don't know, 20, 30-year-old car, be careful of that. But after you've pressure washed it, don't get the pressure washer too close. You don't need to force the water in anywhere. The thing that does the work is the chemicals and the brushes that you use, and then gently pressure wash it off. Where did I put the pressure washer? Right, it's over there. And if you've got forced air, use forced air to get rid of the water from all the little nooks and crannies, as I call it, and start the car and should start. I've never had a problem. The only time I did was back in 1998 kind of time when I first started messing about with cars. That was back in the days where the engines weren't as waterproof as they are now. But remember, an engine is relatively well waterproofed. Um, so what happened back then was we used to get water in the distributor cap. Then we had to take the distributor cap off, blow out the water, start the car, absolutely fine. That was the worst. See, I don't have like a deep scratch. Thank you for advice with protective film, which I'm making. Yeah, Rabbit Official. I wonder if there's someone out there that does a kit. If the scratches aren't particularly bad, technically you can put that paint protection film straight onto the scratches, and because of the thin layer of adhesive that's in there, it will fill in the scratches, and you don't need to machine polish. It's really good stuff. PPF is only good chance to cover piano black. Um, yes, check tech. You're right there. Polish as. Oh, sorry. I need to read. I need to read that again, but my hands are soaking wet. Sorry. Polish as in the country. Are you sure? Polish. Polish. Right. So there's no protection on this car at all, and I desperately want to put some on there. Couple of reasons. It'll be good for the client, and it'll be good for me because it'll make my life easier. So a lot of detailers, in fact, all of them, maybe I'm wrong, but they will charge a bit extra for putting protection on the car, which, let's face it, it is an additional service. However, if I don't put it on the car, then it makes my life harder. I don't think I cleaned that wing mirror. I don't think I cleaned it. Now I have. No, sometimes you get something in your head, you're thinking, I don't remember cleaning that. So I don't think you'll be able to hear the machine or the parts in the background, which will be a bit unusual. So I guess I should talk through it because otherwise you're going to be watching something that's pretty silent. But if any of you have got any products in the garage, call it what you will, that are detailing products and you don't know how to use them, or you think that they don't work for you and you want a little bit of advice on how they should work, or maybe there's a good reason that they don't work. If you've got something with the car that you want fixing, you want some advice on it, basically, we're here for you. Come and have a chat. Let's fix it for you. Any tips on how to properly clean the tyre? I've been using degreaser, but it leaves the tyre looking white and chalky. Ooh, I've never seen that before. There are tyre cleaners out there, and they're solvent based. And I've got to say, they do work really well. While you're getting chalkiness, that's new to me. I've never seen it, I've never heard of it. So I don't know what the answer is for that. But I use the product. I use the product by a company called Dual, Duel. So I don't know if you're UK based, but it's called Cleanse, and it's a tire cleaner, and it does do really well. It's powerful. So if you can get yourself a tire cleaner and a tire cleaning brush, then hopefully that will do the trick. But yeah, with the chalkiness, I really don't know what that is. I've never heard of it before. I wonder if you've got an old batch of a degreaser. Is it a car degreaser? Has it separated so it's no good anymore? Are you putting it on too thick and letting it dry? There's so many different variables. It's difficult to work out. Uh, right. Maybe it dries it out. But Purple Power. Is that American? Purple Power. I don't know that one, Purple Power. But degreasers for cars are really cheap. It is American. Yeah, I don't know much about it. Is that a car product or is it a home cleaning product? I wonder if it's a car cleaning or a home cleaning style product or not. I wonder if they make them ever so slightly different. Um, have a very, I don't know that brand, something lab. But yeah, if you've got something that's, one thing I would be careful of is make sure it's not caustic. Try, oh, Brazil. Hello from Brazil. You guys have been in the news quite a bit lately with Elon Musk and Twitter. So yeah, when you're buying a degreaser or a TFR or more commonly known as a traffic film remover, just make sure it's non-caustic. Make sure it's non-caustic. It can then damage. Ah, I wonder if the degreaser you're using is caustic, and that's what's turning it a funny color. Yeah, that might be it. Find out if it's caustic or not. I do spray it really heavy and let it sit for a while. If it's for heavy industrial cleaning, if it's caustic, use something else. I wonder if that's what it is. So as I'm talking, I'm thinking, right, okay, you need a non-caustic degreaser. And sometimes you just got to talk this out and work out what it is. If it's for commercial use, I'm gonna guess that Purple Power is caustic because of its intended use. So now I've got a little bit of research for you. You can tell me is it caustic or not. No problem at all, no problem. But I reckon that could be what it is. Who's good for a degreaser over there? I don't know if you have built Hamber over there. It's these bottles down here. If you've got built Amber, they're absolutely fantastic. However, based in the US, and that's a London company or an Essex-based company, it might be expensive. But look at who have you got over there? Look at CarPro and Geon. I don't know who else you've got there, but they will have a degreaser for you. They're two pretty big, reputable companies. Right. Okay. So I am going to attempt to dry this car. My drying towels are absolutely soaked because a client used one the other day. Even though I asked him not to, he was like, "Yeah, I've got a bit of time to kill. Can I dry the car?" Oh, it's not doing me any favors, but sure, go for it. CarPro, good product. Yep, I like CarPro. I mean, over there, um, can you just see it? There's CarPro, um, CarPro. That's going to go on. In fact, let's use a little bit of this now on the car. So this protection can go on the car when it's wet or dry. So that's the reason I'm going to use this one right now. However, this drying towel is absolutely drenched. You only need about 2 to 3 sprays per panel. I think I've done a little bit extra on there because it's such a big bonnet. However, you just spray it on, dry the car, and that will add some protection. Will it be perfect? No, the car's soaking wet. Will it work? Yes. So it's just better than nothing. That's all it is. If the car is dry, this product will definitely work better. whereas some products only work if the car is soaking wet. Think of that. Are you a fan of chemical guys? No, I'm not a fan of them, to be honest with you, because of what everyone else says about them. That they're very good at marketing and they've got so many products that it gets overcomplicated. So when something's overcomplicated, I'm just like, nope, don't want to deal with it. Give me something that I know that will work and it's simple. I don't want to think too much. Ultimately, we're cleaning cars here. We're not saving lives, so it doesn't need to be complicated. Also, I think it's more of an American brand than an English one. It hasn't massively taken off here. I don't think so. Maguire's, another American brand, is a big one. Literally, so that is true. Okay. So yeah, I can't say I'm surprised about that one. And I don't know how good the products are. Maybe they're fantastic, but m- you know, maybe they're not. So is that right then? Good at marketing. Is it an SVR from Abdul? It's not an SVR. Do you know, it often gets confused for an SVR because I guess it does look like one. It's a, let me have a look for you. It is a P400E autobiography. I don't really know what that means, but it's quite a nice car. With their branding, it feels like you need over 10 products just for basic washing. No, it's just too much. Obviously, you don't need that. So, yeah, my advice is if something is too complicated and they've got too many products for the exact same thing, you've got to ask yourself why. And here's the simple thing: chemical companies want to sell chemicals, lo and behold. So that's one of the reasons why I think they've just got too many. I mean, I'm not thinking about getting my own brand at all. I'm nowhere near um, known well enough to sell a product. But if I was, I'd keep it simple, very, very simple. If it was a wheel cleaner, it would be PFG wheel cleaner. It's like, okay, we know what it does then. When they come up with all these funny words, it sits on a shelf and people are like, I don't know what that is. What does it do? I've got to read it. People don't want that. I don't think they do. Imagine if someone just went, I'm going to put PFG at the start of all of this. PFG window cleaner. It doesn't need explaining, does it? PFG leather cleaner. Okay, I know what that does. PFG. Sorry, PFG is my business name. And for those of you that don't know, which is probably all of you, my business is called PFG Detailing, which stands for pretty fucking good. Hopefully, I'm allowed to say that. Sorry about the swear words, but that's what it stands for. I do, uh, QD plus ceramic protection, best QD. Is that is that by CarPro? Because I've got CarPro in a QD. Have I read that wrong? I've got a feeling I might. Oh, got a feeling I might have read that wrong. This is actually quite a heavy towel now. Liam, thank you very much. Yeah, that's bit of a different name, but I wanted to have fun with work, so yeah, there we go. ABDLQ plus ceramic protection. I don't know that one. Check tech. Whereabouts are you from? It sounds like we've got a lot of different products that I don't know about. Right, with this, this is CarPro Elixir that is good for going on wet and dry. You're going to get better results if the car is dry, but why not just add a little bit as I'm going? I'm going to get another drying towel. This is way too much. Leeds. All right. Okay. So you're UK based, and I don't know those products. Don't know them at all. And I like to think that I know quite a few products. I'm going to take this one home and wash it and dry it. So just going to put this in a bag over here. And I'm going to go and grab another towel, but they're not my favorites. Let's go for this blue one. This is a G Technic. Come on. G Technic drying towel. This one's okay. It's not as good. What's my name? My name is Jay. Nice to meet all of you, all 93 of you. Right, okay, let's carry on. This towel isn't soaking wet. I'm going to do one, two, let's do three sprays on there, seeing as the car is wet. That's better. But adding protection that way, it's not the most efficient, but it's doable. And what it also does is put a little bit of protection on the glass as well. So that's pretty good. I'm not a big fan of G-Technic protection products. That's interesting. How comes you don't like those ones, Check Tech? There's so many people rave about them. They talk about the I can never say this. Crystal Serum Light and XO V4, I think it is. I've never used it, but everyone loves it. The one product I do stand by with G Technic is their glass ceramic. I've tested lots of other ones, and I keep coming back to G Technic. I think it's absolutely brilliant. But the ceramic of choice that I have, make sure that the towel doesn't hit the floor. The one that I use on paintwork more often than not is Car Pro Quartz UK 3.0. Sometimes Geon Pure Evo or Geon Synchro. But Geon Synchro, mm, I hate applying it. It's horrible to apply. You have to work in such small sections because it flashes really quickly. It flashes really quickly, it gets sticky really quickly, and it almost doesn't matter about the weather. That thing is also bomb proof. You can apply that in whatever weather, it just doesn't care. I've spoken to Geon about it before. I said, "What's the maximum humidity?" And they said, basically, there isn't one as long as the car's dry. So I was like, right, well, you should be shouting about that because that's useful to a lot of people. You just have to change the dwell time for it. So yeah, that's why I use that one. You can see I keep an eye on the temperature and the humidity with a little thing, with a little gauge over there. It's important to me. Right, okay. Uh, Check Tech, are you in the industry? You sound like you know your products. So I'm wondering if you're in the industry at all. And if you are, don't be shy about putting a little comment where you work or your business name, whatever it may well be. That's the other thing that I like to do when I'm on here is I am more than happy to promote other detailers. In fact, I've done it quite a lot and I have matched people up to client and business. So that was good. I bought G Technic tire dressing the other day. Looks like before. Yeah, their tire dressing, their shampoo, their tire and glue remover. Don't like it. But I've tested so many different products. So I've got all of the different bottles over here, of which there's a hell of a lot down there. There's a box down there, all of those different products. This one here, there's just stuff everywhere. So yeah, I've tested quite a few. And G Technic, you won't see any G Technic in here. I've used their citrus, but not too fussed. But the history behind G Technic is apparently you have to take all of this with a pinch of salt sometimes. But apparently, the guy that started G Technic was the founder of the modern day clear coat. So you'd like to think that if he knows that much about clear coat, then he knows what to do to protect the paint. So I don't know. Like I say, take that with a pinch of salt because you never really know. That's what I've seen when I've seen interviews with G Technic. I'm going to carry on drying this car. I'm going to do the door shuts. Technically, I don't really need to do the windows because they are clean. And I've wiped over them with the drying towel and the elixir, the protection. But we'll double check them. We'll do the door shuts to make sure they look good. This car doesn't have to be perfectly dry because of the water that I'm using. I'm using a reverse osmosis system. which is there's the reverse osmosis system, and that's an IBC with about 500 litres of water in it. So what that means is the water cannot leave water spots. Just love taking care of your car. Cool. You can recommend their APC. Do you know, there's an APC out there by Built Hamber, I think is absolutely fantastic. That stuff's great. I can't believe how cheap it is as well. What is the one mistake that you learned from when you started detailing? If applying ceramic coatings. Do you know what? Someone asked me the exact same question yesterday. I've never had that question before, but now I've had it twice in 2 days. So I know the answer to that one quickly, and it is ceramic coatings because the first few times that I applied ceramic coatings, I got it wrong. Thankfully, it was on my car, what is now my ex-girlfriend's car, my mum's car. But I just needed to practice and get it right, and I couldn't work out what was going wrong. And it was really quite simple. I wasn't letting it dwell on the surface for long enough. It wasn't getting that kind of grabbiness that you need with a ceramic coating. So right, I'm just hanging this towel up. I know you can't see me, but I'll be back any second. 1 sec. I'm going to grab another towel. Sorry, people. Sorry about this. Right, new drying towel. Oh, this one, this one's dry. That's good. Right, I'm going to use this is a tornador for those of you who don't know. So if you've got a compressor, watch this spin round very, very quickly. It blows air out of different places. So I'll try and show you this. Although I am going to change it, but if you watch down here, the water should come out. Hopefully, you can see the water come out of there. I'm going to change it for a different one though. I think the other one will just be a little bit better here. But if you've got a compressor, treat yourself to one of these. They're about 75 quid though, so it is a treat. But or you can get one of these for about 8 quid. This is what people keep doing on the internet right now. Not bad. Right, okay. Right, well, with the tyres, that coating that I put on them the other week, looks like it's still there. So you could argue we don't need to put another one on there. What I like to do is make sure that the windows are as dry as possible to a degree. And I'm going to quickly wipe over them. Which is why I'm going around the car. Did no one like this, the hairdryer? Right, test this wheel again. Nope. That tyre shine, I've got to say, is doing particularly well. And this is a good thing about using a good product. You don't have to apply it over and over and over again. So the client gets a better service. You save some time. Brilliant. If I can save 5 minutes here, 5 minutes there, it all adds up. Right, I don't know if any of you have noticed, but I've got rim mats under the car. Can you see these? There's some there and at the other end. Can't see it from here. But it raises the car by about that much. And it means that when I'm cleaning the tyre and putting a dressing on the tyre, it just gets to the bottom of a bit of the tyre that you would normally miss. Don't need these on anymore, do I? I bought a blower for my car from eBay. It does the job, but only for the wheels. Was it like a pet dryer, Steve? I've got one as well, and they are good, but the um the hose is only about 10 foot or something, so I keep having to move it. If they did a 20-foot hose, then that would be fantastic. And there is a car one that you can get. So there's an easier way of doing this. Let's see what happens. Of course, that happens. Uh, so yeah, you can get a more dedicated one, but it's about 150 quid from Carbon Collective. I've used it; it's fantastic, absolutely brilliant. I'm new here. How often do you live stream washing vehicles? Oh, thank you, Cisco. How often am I here? Don't know. A few times a week, maybe. Put it this way: if I'm not here live streaming, I could be on Facebook or I could be on TikTok. And across the board, my name on there is at PFG Detailing. So if you're on those platforms, have a look for at PFG Detailing. Yeah, there's a lot of it's on there. And yeah, but you'll see me streaming more often. So I'm not always here, but I'm always online somewhere. I'll be online hopefully tomorrow with the boat that's coming in. But depending what time he drops the boat off, I may or may not start the boat. When I say a boat, it's a 3 foot by 8 foot boat. It's not a yacht. Uh, let's see. I can give good tip to change your platform for polystyrene insulation. Uh, hang on, let me think. I can give you a good tip to change your platform for polystyrene insulation sheet. I mean, that sounds good, but this is 8 by 12 meters and about there's apex roof. So that's a hell of a lot of polystyrene. I'm not saying it's a bad idea. I'm just saying, how do I do it? On YouTube, uh, is that where I'm going to be live, Cisco? Is that what the question meant? So yeah, I don't know where I'm going to go live. I might go live tomorrow on. I mean, like a set good rim mats. Oh, right. Sorry, I'm having three conversations here. Thank you. Right, I see. I see. I don't know how long that would last, but there's something called race ramps, but they're about 300-400 quid, and I'd like to have the race ramps. All right. So the interior, you can see, I've already dealt with the interior. You can even see the Hoover marks in there. So yeah, that's already done. But again, this is just a weekly wash. It's nothing too in depth. I haven't pulled that round enough, so I'm gonna have to walk around and get that tie. Right, for the boat, I haven't really decided. I might go live on TikTok, but if I'm not, then I'll be live here. Facebook is something that I need to focus on, but I prefer being here or TikTok, to be honest with you. This is me being straight up with you. The reason it's important if I go live on YouTube is because you can become monetized going live. Let's face it, I go live anyway. And I only found out recently that you can be monetized for going live. And if that's true, well, you can see where I'm sure all of us would do the same thing. The thing is, what I need is 4,000 watch hours to find out because you can find out a little bit when you Google it or YouTube it, but you can't find enough information. So I don't know if it will pay me 10 pence or a pound. And I need to find out. I've got about 900 to 1,000 watch hours, but I need 4,000. So there's a lot of work to do. So I will be live here often. I've also got mm, nearly 16,000 followers on TikTok. Definitely can't ignore them. And I've got I'll hit 20,000 on Facebook in the next couple of days, I reckon. Maybe by Wednesday or Thursday. I don't know. I mean, to use like a step, yeah, check tech. I think it's a good idea. I just don't know how long they would last here. For the to clean the car for polishing the roof. To be honest with you, I stand on that step, if that's what you mean for me getting up there. I mean, I'm not the tallest person in the world, as you might have worked out. Right, there's a bit of dirt in here. So the other thing that I've done for this client, and I do for other clients, is check the tire pressures. This one needed sorting. It needed 44 psi, and it only had 30. So I'm glad that I checked that one out in one of the tires. And also, I need to top up the windscreen washer because I haven't done that for a while in this car. And I said to the lady that owns it, I said, "Have you never noticed that your windscreen water never runs out?" And she went, "No." I went, "Who do you think's filling it up?" Well, it's me. So where is the top for it? There we go. And the good thing about the water that I'm using is it's pure water. Oh, and the clients just messaged me, so I'm going to guess that they need the car back, which is fine because I'm very nearly finished. So I'm going to top this up with water, and because the clients just sent me a WhatsApp, I should probably get back to them any second. Car detailing, nice. Yes, thank you. Car detailing. You are in the right place. You are definitely in the right place. You got here a little bit late because I'm nearly finished, but I will be back another day. That's for sure. Right. Okay. Water. I haven't done it in this car for a while. Where have you gone? There it is, round the side. When you say you from, what do you mean exactly? Yes, no. Kick off YouTube. I need to go. I'm back. You can hear me. You can hear me. I was about to write on the wall. Can you hear me? I think that means that you can. Just want to make sure that you can. What it is the client called me and must have done something to the sound. So, the client called because they want the car back. Yes, they do, Gary. So, I need to get it back any minute. So, it's a bit of a nightmare, but at least I've got you here to say I need to go with the car. So hopefully you don't mind, guys. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to say thank you for spending a lot of time with me this morning, all of you, all the new followers, all the people who have been following me for a while. I'm sure there's a better word, I can't think of it right now. But I need to go and get this car back to the client. And I'll be back any day now, so please hit the subscribe button. And I will talk to you all very, very soon. But massively appreciate every single one of you. So I need to go. But thank you and see you all soon. Thank you very much, Cisco. I'll give you one quick look around. So yeah, she's looking better. This one, like I say, not too exciting, just a weekly wash. Good time to take the dogs for a walk, definitely. But I wish you would have seen the Aston, because that was a lot more in depth with machine polishing as well. But hopefully very soon there'll be something with machine polishing, possibly the XC90. But I need to go and get this back to the client. So thank you very much, and I'll see you all very, very soon. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.